Hello everyone, I am Renowned Zero, and we are back again talking about some more Ripper vs. Retractor. Specifically, we're going to be talking about Buster Baxter, of course, and actual fandom, and probably Stu, film critics and reviews, because once again, these people just put it out there, expose themselves, and always tend to show how absolutely mentally stupid that they are. We're going to go over that after we go through some promotion, of course, starting with some Ripverse merch. You can get your Ripverse Comics hoodie, short boxes. I think the last time I checked, there was only 130 of these left. Posters, cover D, shirts, hats, etc. If you're looking to get a great book with some great art written by Raging Golden Eagle and pencil and inked by Toxic Man Baby, come on over and get some Blade Devil 2 Chains of Blood. You can get some beautiful art that looks like this with 69 pages of story, 2 supplemental stories, one here, one here. You can get cover A, you can get cover B, you can get cover C. You can get a bunch of other merch like mouse pads, pillow covers. You get a art print, and your books will be foiled since they've broken 75K for the first thing, the art print, and 100K goal for the foil print, for the foil covers. You can also get Blade Devil 1 as an add-on, or you can go over to Sick Fox Studios Unlimited and get yourself a damaged copy if you don't really care too much about the damage on the copy. You'll get it sooner, and you'll get a chance to jump right into the story of Blade Devil. Now, we're going to move over to this tweet from Buster Baxter, Dick Masterson, whatever you want to call him. We're going to move over to this tweet where he's specifically showing people are selling their ISOM graded comics on eBay. What this guy fails to realize is that he doesn't obviously understand how this works. Some of these could have actually been ended, which it might have been the case because some of these here aren't even on eBay. They don't actually show up in the sold listings where he pulled this from, which I will show you. He actually showed the same thing as well. So we'll pull that up real quick. So here's October 19th, October 19th, October 19th, October 19th, October 19th, and October 19th. And I'll scroll down. So the last one here is the 17th, and up here is the 20th. So out of these 4 listings that you decided to show, these 3 here are not there. The only one that's there is this one. That's the only one that's there. Is this one. So where you're getting these from, I will never know. These were probably taken down as ended. You probably could have photoshopped it. I don't know what you did, but these are non-existent on eBay. Of course, all of your fans are going to think nonsense, as they do. They always think of stupid things to listen to like you. But we'll go on over here where Weapon X is showing these are listings that are being put up on eBay. This one actually has one bid. This is obviously a screenshot. And what this guy is doing is being very disingenuous and not showing you the sales that are actually selling, by the way, that are selling for way more than the comic ever costs, because this is what they've done. I've done quite a few videos on this type of thing where they like to show eBay sales, saying that the comic is flopping, it's becoming irrelevant, and not selling for over market value. And I've proven time and time again these people just are out here exposing themselves and showing you how disingenuous they really are. But of course, when you get called out on your dog water book, your response is, what is your favorite part of ISOM? It's so interesting how they show your eBay listings for your garbage book, right? I understand it's not exactly the biggest own, but it's still hypocritical how you like to sit up here and say, oh yeah, look at the market value on ISOM, but then look at the market value on your book. This book is probably being sold for less than what it's worth on Amazon. But I digress. Very interesting here. What I want to show is this. So I'm going to start down here. You can see it. So you can see some bigger sales of these comics that Buster Baxter and people like Stu from Movie Critics and Reviews, who works for Critical Blast, who is also ban evading because he's a coward. $59, $77, $75, $140. Of course, you always can't. You can't take best offer accepted because you don't know exactly what offer was taken. 101. This one was over 300, which once again You really can't take the word of something that had a best offer accepted. $100, $290, $135, which again, best offer. $145, $275, best offer, best offer, best offer. $120. Even the art books, even the concept art books are selling, right? $165. Of course, cover C doesn't really matter too much. You pretty much paid. He pretty much sold it for what he paid for it. $200 for a graded ISOM 2 mask cover. This is the signature series that was actually sold by Eric July himself. $675 for an ISOM 1 9.9 mint white pages graded book. So again, $149.99, right? $140. So there are plenty of $149. There are plenty of books from ISOM that are on the aftermarket that are selling for well over what the book costs when people first got it into their hands. But with all this crap, where's Vito's book? Still not done yet. Meanwhile, Eric has put out 2 books, and Vito's still out there with his notebook, which is why I created a short series called Items I've Received in the Mail Before Vito's Superkill has been delivered to anyone. Moving on, right? So this is a thread of course, he's talking about Bruce Flash that's been in Eric July streams, showing that he bought 2 I Want It Alls and he gave some stuff away because, Bruce is big baller. And like I said, he's saying, dude, and Bruce says, this right here is exactly why many in the indie scene are a joke. Demanding mafia-style payments from a creator that brought his own supporters, crapping on people with money that may support them if they showed appreciation and humility. Your loss. Showing what he got from both ISOM 1 and ISOM 2. Where I said, funny how this thread tries to clown on Bruce. Meanwhile, Dick is most likely mad none of his supporters spend money like this on his product. Most likely everyone else in this thread are pissy broke and can't afford to spend money on Dick's product. Which, it's kind of interesting how this person says really amazing that the cult rhetoric kicks in and has them labeling people they don't like as Democrats. Never said anything about a party. That's you projecting because you're retarded. And you are part of an actual cult under the Buster Baxter bunny cult that you're under. Another clones of Eric. The second someone questions the quality of the book that no one's read. According to who? According to the hundreds of people that have reviews on YouTube, including myself? Of course, that's another Dick Masterson talking point because he has the reading comprehension of a first grader and you have the IQ of room temperature. You have the IQ of room temperature. And you just repeat the same crap you hear from your cult leader, Dick Masterson. So please, shut the F up when grown folks are talking. And of course, you get the usual responses. You get the usual fake parody accounts, 1 and 2. Always, are you winning yet? Yeah, Air July is winning the support of all the people that support him and watch him on YouTube. Of course, we have someone that wants to project their gay fantasy onto other people, to which I responded with, why are you gay? Because that's the only response you're going to get from me is, why are you gay? And why are you projecting? Right? Where's the one thing here? So also, Bruce says he's been blocked by Dick Masterson, blocked him in return. It's hilarious to even see. Dick and especially Vito wishes they had supporters that actually financially supported them as opposed to trolling or showing up at cemeteries. To which, of course, Stu, same thing. Like I said, ban evading. Wants to say he's a correspondent writer for Critical Blast. No one cares. How are those numbers looking, Brucey? And then, of course, he posts the same exact image, which I showed you. Half the books that are here, more than half the books here, aren't on the sold listings because they were probably ended because someone wasn't accepting that price and probably issued a refund. But I digress. Moving on over to, of course, more stuff from Buster Baxter here. The purpose of the Ripverse is to separate stupid people from their money. Well, I mean, you separate stupid people from their money all the time because you say the most ridiculous things that make absolutely no sense, and you're out here projecting nonsense into the world with even showing off notes showing that you didn't read this book. Right? Don't downplay the blatant self-interest. He genuinely thinks he's a good writer. So, The purpose of the Clippers is to separate Air July from his arm hairs. It's like, y'all are corny, bro. Get out of here. Of course, trying to crap all over Shad Brooks, who's trying to explain the usage of AI, saying close enough, this is why you're a crappy artist, this is why you're a crappy writer. So, I mean, no one's buying your book. No one talks about your book. Why is there no sweat on his shirt? Again, trying to go after other content creators that are more relevant, more successful than you'll ever be. I don't know. Maybe when you go to the gym, you might want to you might shower at the gym. You might change your clothes before you leave. Did you question this if there's sweat on his head? Maybe he wiped the sweat off his head with, I don't know, paper towel that's at the gym. Like, you don't even do any real, like, you don't put in any real substance into anything you talk about. Anything you try to criticize, you put no real substance into it. You're just boring. Can someone please show Vito this, since I haven't blocked? He's talking about a comment on this. I think this is supposed to be like the wet spot of Chrissy Mayer. Of course, we have Griddle Actual Fandom showing this. Meanwhile, oh, holy crap! This has seemed like a falsely inflated secondary value since the start, but there's no clear sign of that being effect in this. Someone sold a CGC grade ISOM number 1 at a huge loss. No, they actually ended it. Meanwhile, meaning they didn't sell it. They didn't sell the product. They actually ended it, probably refunded the product because they're not selling it for that cheap, because it costs way more than that. Of course, people try to get owned. You got these weird Rippaverse Comics news Twitter, because again, people love to just make Twitter accounts about other people and act like they get some owns on people, and then they post it online. Meanwhile, they're so low IQ, they don't know not a damn thing about what they're talking about. Literally ever. It's just so amazing how silly people are on the internet when it comes to Air July, that I just enjoy calling out the nonsense. I enjoy calling out the stupidity of people like Baxter and Actual Fandom constantly. And I'm going to continue to do so, because this is why I started my channel. Because I'm tired of people lying about other people. So one thing I hated, all I really wanted to do though, was cover the success of the reverse, like how much money it made, how many copies are sold, things like that. But when it comes to people out here outright lying about somebody, I can't stand for that. I'm not going to tolerate it, and I'm going to continue to expose these weirdos for who they really are. And obviously, I'm going to be in other content. As much as people like to say, "Oh, this is all I do, and this is all I get views on," objectively false, because you can check my channel. I just put out a video that got 1,100 views. Had nothing to do with Air July. So y'all can, whoever says that nonsense, you can keep pushing that narrative, and I can keep proving you wrong. Thank you all for checking out this video. I really do appreciate all the new subscribers, returning subscribers, new viewers, and returning viewers. Go ahead and support the Riververse. Go ahead and back Blade Devil 1 and Blade Devil 2. I'll leave links to Blade Devil 1 and 2 in the description of this video. Comment below what you feel about all this. Subscribe for more content. If you'd like to go above and beyond, you can either super thanks on the video, become a member of the channel. There's a join button underneath the video. For $1 a month, you can become a channel member. Obviously, none of this is obligatory for anyone, but when you do go above and beyond, it really is very much appreciated. Subscribe for more content, hit the bell for notifications, set the bell to all. That way you get notifications anytime I post a new video, and I'll see you all on the next one. Peace.